Um, to set up your online school at the former Edu20.org, now it's got a new name. It's called Neo LMS. It's still a learning management system. It's very easy. First of all, you have to sign up for your free plan, your free online school, selecting the type of organization that you are running, your name, the web address that you'd like to give your online school, where you're from, country, first name, last name, and so on, and insert the security code to prove that you are not a robot and to prevent the spammers, as this learning management system is a safe one. Once you have signed up, you should log in and you can search for the name of your site if you like. I'm going to search from the one that we set up last year at university. You search for it and you get the results. As you see, this is the name of my online school, the one that I use depending on what I'm teaching. And once you log in, you land in the welcome page, although you can customize that later as you like. As you see on the left hand side, you have the classes that you are enrolled in or that you are teaching. In our example, we have two university online classes and two for ESL. You can straight go into the catalog of all your online lessons according to the category that you have listed them in when you set them up. Um, I'm going to move into the professional development online lessons, and I'm going to move to the use of ICT and digital resources. The way I've set up this classroom, first of all, you get the syllabus, and it also tells you if you are enrolled or not, what style the classroom has. It is a structured style in my case, as it is an online classroom for blended learning. The opening date of the classroom, the closing date, which semester it belongs to, and who the teacher is. And because it is blended teaching, as I was telling you, before and on the other session as well, I also set up the schedule, Mondays and Wednesdays, and the timetable of the face-to-face sessions. Once you have the syllabus there, you can also see on the left-hand side the groups. You can set up as many groups as you like, as many teams for your students to work together as you like, and you can also decide if it is going to require an access code, your classroom, or not. Um, Also, when it is ready, you should make it public, and you decide when to close it. As this online classroom closed in August, the enrollment is now closed. If you want to open it again, you'd only have to change the dates of opening dates and closing dates and open the enrollment again. Sorry. Um, you can configure anything you like there. You can decide which static pages to show on the landing page. In this example, we've got a welcome to the students, the class Twitter list, and all the tweets about our activity. We usually choose a common hashtag for everybody in the classroom to share together and to get in touch with each other. In this example, we have chosen two different hashtags. The first one, ICT CLIL URJC, is the common course hashtag, and the Do Now URJC is a hashtag that we used because we were taking part in the Do Now group working group for social media in classroom, to use social media in classroom. On the left hand side, you can see all the different possibilities that these um, LMS provides you with. You can announce different news, announcements, all the activity feeds that you want your students to um, know, to learn about, um, upcoming events that might happen on the online school, um, or as it is blended learning. If something comes up, you can also announce it here. You can also decide on how many lessons you are going to have in your online classroom, and each lesson may have different blocks for tasks, objectives, various assignments, different kinds of challenges, activities, debates, forums, and so on. I'm going to show you this unit, Unit 2, which is one of the most extensive lessons that we prepared in our online classroom. And so you can see the order that I followed for this blended learning experience. First, in every lesson, I explained very clearly what the objectives of the unit, of the topic were, and the tasks that I had prepared them for as a challenge. The challenges they would have to rise to in order to accomplish the goals. So I thought brief instructions, very clear objectives, no more than four, three, four in each topic, um, should be enough for them to have a clear scope, a clear overview of what they were aiming at when accomplishing lessons, when accomplishing learning missions. So, for example, in this topic, we were going to explore the educational uses of Twitter, engage in a regular Twitter project, and set up the personal learning environment e-project. Our final outcome, as you might all know by now because of the previous session, was to set up a digital project for primary students, CLIL primary students, designed by CLIL primary teachers. So before actually designing the real project, I wanted them to establish a learning environment for the project itself, personal learning environment for the e-project. So they would have a clear idea of what tools they could use, what they were pursuing, what activities they might envisage, what challenges they would have to rise to. Sorry. And in order to do that, I envisaged two activities. I asked the teams to mind map that personal environment for the e-project, and also to take part in their first group Twitter activity. In order to for the students to have a clear overview of what to achieve and what activities to do in order to achieve them, I also prepared packs of resources. Right? Those packs of resources, you can categorize them in files, pages, web resources, links, organize them in folders, or set up a full library of resources, right? The second section of any of my units was the key ideas. That way I was flipping the lessons for them because I was delivering the necessary contents for them to be able to achieve the goals and to accomplish the tasks in advance. So the key ideas were there for them, all different resources, tips, links, and all the key ideas of the unit they were studying, so they could read, investigate, surf around the resources, what was necessary for the activities and what was not, what they liked better, what they didn't like at all, and take their own decisions. I think that's important. And then I set up the activities. Each activity has a maximum score that they know in advance, has an opening date, a closing date, and you can grade it straight away when your students submit it. You can also decide if you are going to allow them to submit the same activity more than once, if you're going to allow late submissions, and if you're going to allow students to comment on each other's submissions. Um, that's the general overview where you can also write your instructions, and you can also um, give them more links, more resources if you like. The grades, you can grade all your students all in once. You can give them feedback. You can make comments. You can read the comments that the submission receives, and so forth. You can also decide on what type of grading you're going to carry out. In my example, I chose to grade the activity with a rubric. So I set the rubric in advance. You can always edit the rubric whenever you like. You can add more criteria if necessary. You can decide not to use the rubric. And my advice is that you copy it to the library, so just in case you may need it for any other assignment, any other activity with the same goals, you can get it out of the library, borrow it from the library, and that's work that you have done in advance, right? I must be honest and confess that I don't really usually repeat um, rubrics when grading, because depending on the goals you'd like your students to achieve with one tasks or other tasks, the rubrics might be different in most cases. So I try to customize my rubrics and fit them to the actual needs of each task. But you never know, the library is there for you. You can also provide your students with samples so they get further inspiration on how to carry out their activity. In the example that you have in the screen, the students have to mind map a plan for their project. So I provided them with a sample mind map, and what I did was mind map my own project, and my own project was the actual online classroom. That was the example, the use of ICT and digital resources in primary bilingual education. In that way, I also gave them an overview, a mind map of what I wanted them to achieve, how I was aiming at them to achieve it, and the different means of communication, the different challenges that they would have to be up to all along the classroom, all along the course, sorry, and the different steps. So in that way, I set up an example for them to mind map their own project, and at the same time they could see what the common class project was, what the common goals for the master's degree online classroom were. And that is the order that this online platform um, allows you to follow. Although you can change the blocks, you can change the way that you want to organize your assignments, your topics, units, and so on. You can also give them a badge at the end of the course or before the end of the course. That's up to you how you'd like to organize your badge awarding, depending on how serious you take badges. In my opinion, when a badge is given for certain acquired skills, I think badges should be taken seriously, and I think they should be aware. Well, as you see, you can actually have full online school, full online classes with full online lessons that you can combine with face-to-face sessions or not, depending on how your teaching is organized. In this case, we use them for blended learning and teaching, as you all know, as we were only seeing each other twice a week. But apart from the order of units, lessons, assignments, and so on the left-hand side of your online class, you can also see that you have a calendar where you can announce all the closing dates for assignments, for example, or the sessions that you'd like to focus on more precisely for some reason. It's like a Google Calendar. It works the same way. You can add an event, the duration of the event, link it to the news feed in the online classroom, and also describe your event. You just save it and it will automatically be on your calendar. The Gradebook that we've already had a look at is added value for me because you can also um, get the statistics, analyze the results. You can export it to CSV file as well, so you can have all the overall um, grades, who passes, who does not, and how they are doing all throughout the course or the module that you organize online. For me, it is important the fact that you can also jump to other online classes from this gradebook. You can have, as I told you, the analytics, the grade distribution, which is quite useful for an overall view of your students' progress. You can add assignments straight from the gradebook. You can also export the gradebook, as I was telling you, to CSV and also to an XLS. So it's a human readable format, as they say, and it's very good as well if you want to filter results according to maybe country of procedence or age, female, male, sex of people, and so forth. Resources that we've already seen that you can organize in a library, files, folders, pages, and so on. You can have a look at the students, their progress, their scores, portfolio, when they enrolled, when they last visited the classroom, and you can have more options here. The grades, the badges or awards, the notes that you can have maybe made or they have made themselves, taken for some reason, and the student's portfolio, which is very good to have a look at their evidence of learning, reflect on their evidence of learning altogether, and that is extremely important when assessing people, not only grading them but assessing them. You can also have more teachers in one online class. So if you work with your peers, with your colleagues, you can add more teachers and they will help you with your lessons. Or if you have a uh, teacher that teaches the same group of people as you do, that's also nice. You can also control the attendance from this learning management system. Um, Add who attended, when, if they attended or not. You can also add forums and debates for collaboration, for students to interact, for yourself as a teacher to communicate with your students, share resources, chat, and so on. You can divide your students in teams, in groups, as I was telling you at the beginning. If you want, like for instance, to send them on collaborative learning digital missions, so they can have their own team there and they can customize their workspace, they can have their own team chat, their own team debates, which is nice for them if they want to get in touch at any time outside class. You can also have a chat, and you can configure the chat the way you like. You can give it a picture, you can edit the chat and give it a title, and you can have an all day open chat as I do, so that if students need to chat for some reason at some time, you just write a message there and start the discussion with your peers or your students. You can mute people as well, or you can give them voice if you don't want to hear them, or not. Okay. This learning management system also has a wiki. Okay. You can add wikis for cooperative work. It's also nice. It's also a nice option. And they can also have their own blogs, class blogs, if they like, where they can post. So if you do not want your students to go out of this learning management system at all, I think you have a wide range of options, safe environment, nice for underage people too, not only for university students or adults, but also for underage students. It's a safe sort of private environment where they can have a nice online class and work together. And the syllabus as well for your module, for your online class, for your teaching. You can also have it there for your students to have it at hand at all times. There is also instant messaging inbox that you can link to your own mail account if you want to be notified every time a student sends you a message. You get your notifications as well. Um, and you will get the warning here in the notifications. On the top menu, you also have access to the calendar and help if you need help when setting up your online class or when setting up assignments. If you're not sure about what sort of grade to use, all the help is here. It's got an advanced search engine as well that is quite good actually, and if you key in the right words, the right keywords, you are bound to find almost anything on your online school and on the whole learning management system itself. As you see, you can also configure the class. You can create child classes from it. You can copy the class and paste it onto another school if you need to do so. Import other classes, export and archive classes when they are totally finished, or just delete it if you want to get rid of them. For me, this learning management system is very complete. It fits my needs. It actually matches what I'm looking for when blending learning and blending teaching. And it's free and it's not dependable on any server. Okay, I do not need to have any server installed in my own institution. This is totally online, and for me that's added value. Okay, and I've been using it for um, 5 years now with various purposes, and I can assure you it's never uh, it's never blacked out at all. And whenever the learning management system team has thought that there might be an issue. They have warned us in advance, which is quite a thing to be grateful for, especially if all your students are doing online assignments there. So I hope this walk through our online class in our online school has been useful for you. And if you need any further explanations, please do not hesitate to get in touch. Thank you very much for listening. Bye bye for now.